Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're having a great day. Thank you for taking the time to stop by and chat about GameStop here with me. It's pretty glum looking, but we still got to go through and do our due diligence. But one thing I noticed is that we did have this reversal set yesterday. Whether or not we can hold that now, this is the PMO on the 4-hour chart, which has been, just a fantastic indicator for us so far. Let's see if that can hold true moving forward. To me, this is going to be lows. This is that low reversal potential entry if it can hold, right? Um, Aside from that, I'm also looking and paying attention to the RSI here on the 1 day. Getting to that 30 mark is gonna signify really nice buying opportunity here for us. And I don't need to tell you that, you already know. As we flip back here to my charts really quick. We are kind of taking advantage of that personally. And I think, if you're getting in anywhere on this sell side, and we can delete this. I got to eat my shoe or something because, boy, were we wrong. I honestly thought the bond offering would have been the lowest we would ever go. But hey, here we are. And again, we just got to take advantage of it, take it day by day, and, maybe the market does turn around here for us. And anywhere in the sell side liquidity, you're going to be awesome opportunities to add as far as I'm concerned. Typically, I don't say that about stuff, but, I do believe in GameStop long term. Yesterday, we talked about Fubo, right? Or what are those things called? Funko. My bad. Fubo would be a better company, wouldn't it? And I think a lot of people miss the point here. It's like, so I get it. I don't really think that this is a fantastic company either. But look at it, it is performing well off that good earnings. But what I can say is that there's opportunity here. We're trading so low at a massive discount to where this company usually is. Even to flip it up to the 200 should be no problem for price improvement, and the potential here exists. Getting crushed by the tariffs, right? Absolutely getting dominated recently by that. So, I guess what I mean to say is that let's take a look at other collectible companies like Funko. That because obviously we're not going to be able to buy Game Freak or Nintendo. Like Pokemon is not selling. Like I get it, would it be cool? Wizards of the Coast probably not going to sell. These companies are too big, in my opinion. So there are maybe some smaller market cap opportunities available. Now, I said this about Newegg when it was at $10 as well, right? Because sometimes you get a company that's pretty decent, and this is GameStop too, even though this was doing its short squeeze cycles alongside us, beaten down, and it just becomes a good value play, right? Because now look at us go. We're up from that $5 mark, and even at 10, I thought this was a good buy. Trading at nearly 100 right now. So companies are cyclical. They do well, and then they don't do well, and then they do well again. So a lot of these companies were hit really hard by the tariffs, right? Which makes them a good opportunity to buy in comparison to something that's been performing really well recently. I heard people say, "Oh, we'll buy PSA." PSA has never been more expensive than it is today, right? Does that make it a bad buy? No, but you are paying a premium for that purchase instead of getting it at a discount, right? So that's kind of the point I meant to make, is that there's going to be a lot of these collectible companies that GameStop could grab, and they could help turn around with Ryan's obvious know-how on how to do that, trim the overhead, etc. And then just like add a blind box. Why can't there be a Funko Buck the Bunny blind box series? Just as simple as that. Kind of change the business model to something that has been working really well as of late. And so if you have any other collectible ideas or acquisition proposals in general, don't hold back. Let's have them, right? So GameStop looks grim, but I think we can look forward to brighter days as earnings is right around the corner. Where is that? I've lost my sidebar here. GameStop earnings is right around the corner, right? In only 22 days, we still need the announcement to take place. Again, common shares in the money options, those $20 options up to $22. By 60 days worth of time, as we do get closer here to that 20, I like to do 3x till expiry my DTE, and then you sell them early, right? And you just kind of recollect that premium after, instead of just getting shredded while you wait on the bottom half of the theta decay curve, which we've gone through here. If there's any other things you want to talk about option wise, don't hesitate. I'd love to go over it once more, not only for myself but for all of you. We love to learn, right? And yeah, things don't look good right now, but it's a good opportunity. It's better than buying when things look good, right? Because things turn around when they look good as they do when they look bad. So nothing really to mention here. Utilization's up, cost to borrow is up, utilization falling a little bit, which signifies the downward pressure is receding, but we're gonna have to wait and see. And, there's so many levels to reclaim once this does turn around. On the 15 minutes, we're obviously still waiting for that initial reversal signal, which we almost got if we could have held this yesterday, right? We had a reversal, rejected the 200, rejected the 200, gap up, reclaimed it, but as soon as the market opened, just goodbye and rejection. So we need that reversal signal, our EMAs to cross, and then we need the price to reclaim the 200 on the 15-minute. If not, we're just tracking sideways. We're just continuing this consolidation while momentum resets, right? The S&P 500 has done really well, right? Yes, it gapped up quite nicely. Well, it had a midday run, then it gapped up, and then yesterday performed well, reclaiming that downtrend breakout. Let's see if that can hold. If it does, it should signify more uppies for GameStop and no more downies. But I wish I had more for you today. I don't really have much. You have a magical day. We'll be back tomorrow to recap, and hopefully things change by then. But I wouldn't hold my breath. So if you're not doing any averaging, your dollar cost averaging, you can just hold back. Go enjoy Buck the Bunny and the Cursed Cartridge, which I did get a copy of. Would you be interested in playing that on stream while I ramble? Right, we could put the gameplay in the corner or something. Maybe it's pretty fun. It's actually not a bad game. It's better than I thought it would be. So check that out if you haven't yet. And I think that should go on Steam as well. And maybe we can somehow as a community get it nominated for Indie Game of the Year. Wouldn't that be cool, right? And I think we would be the ones to do that. So yeah, just hanging on, just playing Battlefield 6 and Buck the Bunny while I wait for GameStop to reverse. A lot of Magic the Gathering as well. We have the early access event tomorrow. You want to stop by, play with some new avatar cards, which aren't out yet, but content creators get it early, which is pretty cool. So, you're loving the trading card game space. Having a lot of fun with that for the last 10 years and really my whole life. So let's get into the power packs as well. As a Canadian, I got to figure out how to get that set up. I'm not sure how that works with selling the cards, which we'll figure it out. But yeah, until next time, take care. Leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you soon.